Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving deep into one of life's biggest questions, all through the incredible wisdom of Carl Jung. We're going to push past all the fairy tale stuff to find out what true love is really all about.
So let's start with a big one. What if love isn't just this cozy safe haven from all our problems? What if it's not about finding someone to complete us, but instead it's this powerful, demanding force that actually calls on us to become who we're truly meant to be? That's the question we're going to unpack today.
All right, let's start on familiar ground. You know, the version of love that culture sells us, the one wrapped up in all these beautiful illusions, it's a story we all know by heart, but it might just be keeping us from a much deeper, more life-changing truth.
I mean, we've all heard these, right? The whole idea of a soulmate, finding the one who will finally make you whole. And look, these ideas can feel really comforting, but they can also kind of put our souls to sleep. They have us looking for a missing piece out there somewhere, when the real journey of love is actually about becoming whole from the inside out.
So, what about that instant magnetic connection we sometimes feel? Well, Carl Jung had a name for it: projection. It's this fascinating idea that we're not always falling for the actual person, but for our idea of them. We unconsciously cast our own hopes, our unlived dreams, and sometimes even our deepest wounds onto them. That love at first sight magic? A lot of the time, that's exactly what's happening.
But here's the thing about that initial projection. It always fades. And when it does, that's when the real work, and honestly the real beauty of love, can finally begin. This is where we shift from fantasy to reality, from a crush to true intimacy. This is where we finally meet the real person, and in doing that, we end up meeting the hidden parts of ourselves too.
To really get this, we have to talk about something Jung called the shadow. He believed that every single one of us has a shadow side. You know, all the parts of ourselves we were taught to hide away. Our anger, our jealousy, our shame, our fears. The thing is, the shadow isn't evil. It's just a part of us that's been unacknowledged. And real, true intimacy will always bring you face to face with it. This is exactly why the person we love the most can also push our biggest buttons. It's not a sign that the relationship is broken, it's actually a sign that it's working. They become a mirror, showing us exactly what parts of ourselves are ready to be healed. Like Jung said, everything that irritates us about other people can lead us to a better understanding of ourselves.
And this quote, well, it's really the heart of it all. True love doesn't ask you to pretend you're some flawless figure of light. It invites you to be real. Facing the shadow in yourself and in your partner isn't a failure. It's literally the path to becoming whole and to building a love that's grounded in reality, not just wishful thinking.
So, if love isn't about finding a perfect person, then what is it? Jung saw it almost like a sacred fire, a process that challenges you, refines you, and expands you. It's an active journey toward becoming more fully yourself. He called this journey individuation. It's just a fancy word for the lifelong process of becoming a whole, complete person. And from this point of view, a conscious relationship is one of the most powerful ways to get there. See, love isn't about losing yourself in someone else. It's about two whole individuals choosing to walk their paths side by side, each one supporting the other's growth. I love the contrast on this slide. On one hand, you have possessive love, which says, I need you. It's rooted in fear and scarcity. But then you have liberating love, which says, I choose you. It comes from a place of wholeness and faith. One is like a closed fist, trying to hold on tight and control things. The other is an open hand, offering freedom. Jung believed that where power is the main goal, love is always missing. So this all leads to a really beautiful idea. Conscious love is an active choice we make every day, and it really boils down to these three things. First, we pull back the fantasy and see the person for who they truly are. Second, we learn to accept their whole self, the good, the bad, all of it. And third, we commit not just to staying together, but to growing together, to becoming more ourselves together.
And when we're brave enough to walk this path, love stops being this anxious thing based on fear. It really becomes one of life's most incredible and transformative gifts. It's an invitation to become more whole, more ourselves, in the presence of another person who sees and accepts us completely.
And if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this right here. True love doesn't ask you to make yourself smaller so someone else will stay. It doesn't ask you to give up who you are or what you're passionate about. A true, conscious love does the opposite. It expands you. It doesn't just keep you safe, it lights a fire under you and helps you become who you were always meant to be. Now this kind of love, it's not the easy path for sure, but it is the real one. It's not about escaping from yourself, but about coming home to what's true. And in that transformation, well, that's where the greatest gift is. So maybe the question to ask yourself is, does my love feel like it's binding me or blessing me? Is it asking me to grow or just to stay the same?